Hi, I'm Deepa Malik. I'm Padma Shri Khel Ratna Arjuna awardee, and I'm the president of Paralympic Committee of India. I'm very happy to be in Tokyo for the Paralympics, Tokyo 2020. If you see my today's tweet, what I have tweeted is that para sports in India were in their infancy till 2016, because we had just had 4 medals, which meant we were barely 4 years old, if you take it like that. But now we are in last of our teens. We have grown up and we are entering the adulthood. So that's the change from infancy to last of the teens, getting ready to take a leap into adulthood, which is 2024, and we are definitely going to grow bigger together, and the right team has come together this time, and I'm very fortunate to get appointed as the president of Paralympic Committee of India. That itself showed that when an athlete has been chosen and put in a leadership role, they are converting into a very athlete-centric kind of federation. And when I was appointed, the COVID pandemic had taken up, and there was nobody to really teach me, to run a federation in pandemic times. So again, we had to devise our own ways as to how we are going to take it forward. But being an athlete, I think, came in handy. I have been representing a country for 15 years, and when I was confused what to do, I just took the athlete approach, and I said, okay, we will be here as a federation, and the federation is supposed to further the sports, and sports is nothing but take care of the athletes. It worked. We are very happy that we could create a very strong use of information technology. Pandemic taught us that, and that has kind of brought us together even more. So there was a silver lining in the cloud of pandemic, and we had a very good focus and collaboration with Sports Authority of India as well. And the fundings that came from the Target Olympic Podium scheme, I have to accept it that yes, Federation was really supported through that. I would also give a lot of credit to Honorable Prime Minister, because the way he has involved himself, the way he has been like a friend, like a direct factor of motivating the athletes. It itself shows that if the accountability is taken by Prime Minister himself, then the same sincerity, the same connect trickles down the whole system. And this is how everybody was very proactive, because the day Prime Minister Modi ji took over, he was one of the first, he was the first who spoke about Accessible India campaign. He was the first who spoke about Swachh Bharat. And I think these are the only 2 things that is stopping us from becoming the powerhouse. When we travel abroad, when we come to different countries, we have immense potential, we have immense knowledge, we are globally ready. But the fact that we have less accessibility and less cleanliness, these are the only 2 things which are keeping us behind. So this is how it has worked for us, and everything coming together has really helped us transform our training into medals. Sports itself is a platform of camaraderie, friendship, sportsman spirit, and that's what sports real meaning is. And for a person in disability, it is a huge platform to socially integrate, to have a hobby, to have excitement, fun, energy, adventure, exercise. And I get charged up. I feel as if I'm 20 years younger when I am at the field or any sporting arena. So those people who are here are already risen above their adverse situations. They have beaten all odds, whether it is emotional, physical, financial, environmental, social, taboos, infrastructure challenges, and all they have focused is on loving their country by winning a medal and keeping the pride of the tricolor up. So the fact that you are the ambassador for a country where prime minister is watching you, the entire 130 crore Indians are cheering for you, that energy gets into you. I mean, there's no way that energy is not gonna there. And if somebody has made it to a platform of Paralympics, which is the world's largest platform for sports with people in disability, it itself is such a source of joy. Yes, crores of rupees have been spent on sports sciences this time. Every athlete has been supported with a mental trainer. There have been mental training webinars going round the year. Almost every week we have a fitness program. If it was pandemic, we had experts from yoga, from all sorts of exercises, different types of training exercises. We had special sessions for athletes with less mobility in different disabilities. Breathing exercises were taught, and home remedies were taught. Home solutions were taught. It is not that you have to get out to a gym and you have to have a multi-gymnasium and those paraphernalia. Even simple things can become your tools, were taught in those webinars. So that, like I said, Indian para-athlete was not used to information technology. The moment they started using information technology, they also got exposed to what is happening around the world. They could immediately, on a click of a button, know what their opponent is like. And so this kind of positive use of information technology has also become a great source. And if I talk about prosthetics, I talk about the correct posture wheelchair, which doesn't tire you out. Because if you just make my body placed on a random wheelchair, I will not be the way I am. I will not be sitting upright. My body will be slipping, slouching, only aggravating pain in my body. So every athlete has been given a customized wheelchair as per their needs. The supporting staff has been given as per their needs. If a woman athlete has felt comfortable having a mother along, or a sister along, or a husband along, they have been given that privilege to have their near and dear one next to them, because they would have their personal needs that a coach or a gym trainer cannot. When an athlete in disability trains, they need more staff. So that more staff has been provided. And equipment, they are training with the latest and the modern equipment, the correct equipment, because if you are practicing with a non-ranged javelin and here you come and hold a carbon fiber javelin, it is just not the same, and one costs about 1 lakh rupees. And if you are doing speed training where you have to do it in quick succession, you need minimum 6 to 8. So just your javelin box is costing around 10 lakhs. So this kind of provision was made. For example, if I talk about table tennis, Bhavina Patel had trained with a robot. That's why you could see her taking on the Chinese so beautifully, because she had already practiced with the robotic, that particular equipment which is there, which throws the ball and then calculates which side is weaker, which side is stronger. We talk about Avni. Avni had that SCAT, I hope I'm calling it right, but there's a computerized firing system, which you practice sitting at home also if you can't go to the ranges. So all this has been brought in place. Nutrition has been focused on, and so when you are at par in your training and equipment and support system, which the other athletes from other countries, developed countries, are getting, you'll definitely be at par with them, and we showed it this time. Communication has also been the key, because this time, like I said, it's an athlete-centric federation. So, and one thing that I could offer to my athletes is, because I've played with them for 15 years, they could call me at any time. They had that faith that if they call, they will not be spoken rudely to. They will be heard and a solution will be found for them. And if there is no solution, they will be explained in a way that they see reason in it. So a faith development was there, a confidence of being taken care of with full honesty and accountability was there. I was looking for an opportunity to thank Japan and Tokyo organizing committee. It was a very difficult decision. The whole world were looking at them. Their own country had some resistance because no country wants to get the infection, and the health of the citizen of a country is a prime focus. But they risked it all just to give an opportunity and change lives. How many lives have got changed in this land? And that's precisely a reason I want to reach out to a shrine and make a prayer here. A prayer of gratitude, a prayer of thanks to every member involved in making Tokyo 2020 a success, because these were not just games. This was a win of humanity over the pandemic. It was a universal crisis, and universally when people from across the globe came together and they got united by the same emotion, we showed that humans, when come together in a friendly note, can beat any crisis, any odd, any challenge. The way they have been conducting it, discipline, punctuality, good manners, humbleness, these are the qualities that defined Japanese people, and this is all that is needed to make any event successful. When you can be on time, when you can be honest, and when you can be dedicated to your duty allotted to you with pure humbleness of and they made a lovely host. So kudos to them, to all the volunteers, to all the organizers. A huge thank you on behalf of Paralympic Committee of India and we Indians. Really grateful. Dhanyavad.
Thank you.
We have raised the expectations of everybody, and when you raise the expectation of everyone, you add on responsibility on yourself. And I think I only hope I have not bitten more than I can chew because now the expectations have really gone up, and just during these 15 days of my stay, I must have got 1500 queries from people in disability that they want to play, where to go, who to contact. So I have a lot of work on my hand when I go back. I have to create a proper like a call center system, and I have to get the state bodies very activated. I have to get the data on the website, get every state body to create a website and have proper charting and proper detailing of the athletes, identification of the new talent, timely competitions, entries for the medical classification slots for the new talent. So there is a lot of work. I just probably felt that, okay, once Tokyo is over, one big thing done. But I think the real big thing has just begun. Any sports person wants to succeed in life needs to have basic qualities of good health condition that can only come if you are clean. You keep cleanliness around you. Accessibility is a major key for any athlete. Humbleness, good manners, being grounded, because when you are humble, when you are calm, and when you have good manners, you stay in gratitude, you become a better human being. And when you become a better human being, you become a better sports person. A very aggressive sports persons don't last too long. So that is one thing. And punctuality. The punctuality, the time management for an athlete is very important. To be on time for the training, to be on time to eat, to be on time to sleep. So I think this whole quality that we have seen, and not just in one or two, this is their DNA. It just comes naturally to them. Not talking loudly, respecting each other, irrespective of what position they hold. Everybody I saw was respecting each other, greeting each other. It didn't matter if somebody was a driver or somebody was a person attending to people in a restaurant. There was dignity of labor and respect from a human to a human, irrespective of what they did. So I think these are the qualities which can really make any nation really come together with human values. And that is something I'm taking back home. We have always read about it. My daughter was here for a month in 2014 on an exchange program. She came back and she spoke about it. But to feel it, to experience it, and to really absorb it in person has been a tremendous experience. Thank you for being such beautiful ambassadors of India out here. Globally, people often look at Indians in a certain image, but the way you have adopted to the culture, the way you have been, the real ambassadors of the real new emerging India. I'm a member of the Committee of Prime Ministers India at 75. I have come across all Indians who are super educated. They are here as major backbones for the industry in Japan, and which clearly goes to show that we have a lot of potential in ourselves, and when we put it right, we can really make our country proud, and that's what you all are doing here. So greetings to you. The way we have come as an ambassador of sports, you are the ambassador citizens of our country, and wish you all the very best. Thank you for meeting me. Indian community came and met me. Honorable Ambassador to Japan, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Verma, and his lovely lady wife, and all the other officials hosted us in the Indian Embassy. That was the first time we had an experience of what love and what warmth we will receive when we get back to the country. So much love we gathered here from the Indian community, and I'm going to really look forward to coming back in better times because of the quarantine rules. I could not really mix, mingle and meet, but to meet and greet, I would love an opportunity all over again. So namaste and wish you all the very best. मेरी बहुत सारी ढेरों शुभकामनाएं आप सबको, और जब भी भारत आइएगा हमसे ज़रूर मिलिएगा.
Thank you very much for your warm wishes.
ईश्वर पे अगर भरोसा है तो जो किस्मत में लिखा है वो पाओगे, लेकिन अगर खुद पे भरोसा है तो ईश्वर वो लिखेगा जो तुम चाहोगे.